Welcome to the Pure Progress Lifestyle with me, Brett Lechner. So, today I feel really compelled to do this podcast, and this is something that, I just see everywhere now. And, I do question all the time, am I the problem? But here's what I see is, going back to President Biden's speech the other night, is people, like crazy people, always accuse you of what they are doing. It's the ultimate form of gaslighting. And if you've ever been in a relationship, sure you have, you know that this is one thing that you do learn, is just how draining it could be, how debilitating it can be on your mind. And you start to question if you're the crazy one, if you're crazy. It's a total mind fuck. And it's just happening everywhere now. And so I feel compelled to make this podcast today. It's because I just see it everywhere now. It's everywhere. Before it was, you would see it in a relationship, or you would see it rare at a job, or somewhere in your life. You would see it every once in a while. And, maybe you learned through experience, maybe not, but you knew to stay the fuck away from those kinds of people that just gaslight you and make you seem crazy when you're really not. So now it's everywhere, to where you start to feel like you're going crazy. And it's why it's just, I don't know how much more I can say about that, because it seems like it's almost everywhere. Every person you run into in your personal lives, it's like they try to gaslight you or make you feel crazy in some way. And it's fucked up. And so so enough talking about what exactly is gaslighting, or, people that, accuse you of what they're really doing. Here's, the things that you can look out for. All right. Number one is, look at somebody. If you feel like you're being gaslighted, or you think something's just not right, and you're getting accused of something, or someone's putting on some bullshit to you, whatever the reason, whatever you feel, it's just not right, something's not adding up, you have a gut feeling, well, chances are your gut is right. Something is very not right with that situation. So if you have the ability to look, to find out somebody's background, just like an employer would do with you, to find out, what your background is, so you can make a pretty good, not 100% assessment, but a pretty good assessment of where you're going to go in the future, or how you're going to be. It's not a guarantee, but, chances are it's pretty good where you're going to go. So if you look at somebody's background and they have a bunch of, crazy shit in it, one right there, it's, chances are you are being gaslit, or you are being accused of what they're doing. So look out for that. Somebody's, background. If there's crazy shit in it, or, they end up with they have a lot of unstable people around them, or they appear unstable, if they're not, going anywhere, stay away from them. Just stay away. Like, you can be cordial, you can be friendly, you can be all these things, but stay away from that kind of stuff. Because, one thing that I have learned over the course of my life is, when somebody does show you who they really are, believe them. You know, if somebody does an action once, more times than not, they're going to do it again. Even if they apologize or any kind of stuff, they will do it again. It takes a real awareness to change that shit out of you. And most people don't, you know, so if you're getting all these things, you know, if you feel like you're getting gaslit, the person has a shady background and they have no goals, no stuff that they're working towards, chances are you want to stay away from them because it's no good. It's just going to keep bringing you down. And that's what crazy people do is, you know, they're always bringing you down. And like, it's not intentional. They're not doing it intentionally. I mean, sometimes they are, but most of the time they're not even aware that they're doing it. But in reality, I mean, life's too short. You don't want to be, you know, doing that. And this podcast is for people that, you know, want to achieve things, want to do better things, you know, want to learn some people skills, want to do better with their lives in general. So you got to like limit your time with that. Okay? If anybody's a career politician, for sure, I mean, stay away from that too. Even if you are involved in, you know, people that are politicians and they're career politicians, chances are it's no good, you know, because lying, you know, like just take the current presidency right now, just gaslighting all over the place, which is just absolutely nuts. You know, that's what, you know, a lot of career politicians do on the left and right, middle, whatever you want to, whatever. If they're career politicians, chances are you want to stay away. But yeah, that is the one thing that crazy people do is they always, always, always accuse you of what they're doing. They always make you seem like you're a crazy person all the time, you know? And you want to find out if you're not a crazy person, you don't go out of your way to make people feel crazy. I mean, you just do your own thing. Like, I mean, that's the ultimate sign of a not crazy person. People, you know, people let, you know, other people to do what they want. They don't go and offer unwanted advice or any of that kind of shit. You know, so this skill, and it becomes a skill for shit. It really does become a skill when you learn to, you know, read the situation, read people immediately, read the signs. You're able to, you know, navigate your life wherever you're going through certainty of what to avoid. You know, and this is happening now in everybody's personal life, their workplace. Now, I'm not telling you to quit your job, but if you are being gaslit at work all the time, I would highly suggest you go find a place that doesn't. And you can do that by reading reviews and talking to people that do work at a place. You know, ask them, what's the management like? What's the place like? Do they have good core values? Yeah, all that kind of good stuff. Do your research. And one final note I do want to end with is, if anybody, you know, hasn't seen the latest speech by President Biden, I would highly suggest you go check that out to really get a good feeling of what I'm talking about, of gaslighting, of accusing you of what they are doing. All right? So today is recording this on September 3rd, I believe it is. Yeah, September 3rd. So this speech was probably, I think it was on September 1st. If memory serves me correctly. I could be wrong. But yeah, go check that out and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, guys?